So today we're going to take a look at Quentin Tarantino's trailer for the Hateful Eight. This is Quentin Tarantino's eighth movie. The first kind of shots of the trailer look amazing because you got this kind of snowy backdrop to a Western film. So it's not kind of like the old West that we all remember. It's not all kind of sand and big
mountains,
canyons and mountains there. That's the one. We actually got a lovely snowy background for a change, and it's perfect because the film's out in Christmas.
Right.
So this could be the Christmas family-friendly film that everybody wants to see.
Yes, for all the family.
It is. It's a Quentin Tarantino film. Exactly. Every Quentin Tarantino film is a family-friendly film. So this is his eighth film. And I remember back in, I think it was 2003 or 2004, when there was talk about the film coming out, somehow the script for the film leaked. And it was they're not sure who actually leaked it. So it's Quentin Tarantino thinks is one of the 8 actors in the film, or one of their kind of like aides or whoever does it. And we still don't know who actually leaked it. And the film is basically a whodunit. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
so he's
about the 8.
The film is exactly what happened to his script.
Yeah, the publicity writes itself.
It's pretty much
Incredible.
that, yeah. And I remember there was a time when they sat around and read the script out, the actors, and that kind of convinced Quentin Tarantino to go ahead and make the film. And I think he's done the right choice. The trailer looks amazing. I mean, the very first shot where we see Samuel Jackson earlier on in the snow with that all... it just looks awesome. Nick Fury in any film looks great. So to see him not as an Avenger, as something else is great.
I hate venom.
And then we open up the kind of like the horse and carriage, and we see our first look at Kurt Russell. They're all bounty hunters in this film, all 8 of them. And Kurt Russell is in the kind of horse and carriage. And then Samuel L. kind of explains the story of the film, which the premise is quite cool. Because Samuel L. talks about what's going to happen.
Yeah, this looks more like a sort of classic Western to me, because it's obviously about a whole load of basically bad guys who like to cash in on bounties, basically.
Yes.
So it looks like to me, yeah.
Like Red Dead Redemption, the film.
Yes, which of course Red Dead does take place in a little bit of snow as well. So it's got that whole sort of California vibe, I guess, because obviously California has a wide range of different habitats, and quite famous for being in turmoil in the Western days.
And it's also good when they're in the kind of carriage. You've got Samuel L. saying, "We're bounty hunters," like in Red Dead Redemption, the game. You always have 2 choices. You bring them either dead or alive. And Kurt Russell is the only bounty hunter who's all about bringing them back alive. So he's got this big chain on his hand, and he's handcuffed towards, I think, Jennifer...
Lopez? No, it's not.
No. Jennifer Jason Leigh, I think it is. And Samuel says, if it was me, I would have killed you, and I would have just taken your dead body with me. And if you look closely at the carriage, you can actually see kind of duffel bags. And I'm assuming there'll be corpses that obviously the bounty hunters have actually gone around and killed, and they're trying to claim their money.
So you think they'll be dragging these along the whole way?
I think you got it, because you want that money. I mean, you gotta work for that money. So if you've gone through all that trouble of taking that person down, you need to go get paid, son. So the only thing you can do next is obviously drag them cross country in your little carriage and get to where you need to whichever town it is that set the bounty. And because of what's going on in terms of the environment, because it's all snowy, they then get to like it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a hotel or a lodge of some sort.
Yeah, it's like a lodge cabin thing, isn't it?
It does, isn't it? And it looks like they've all been snowed in. And this is when we get the introduction of the others. Tim Roth's in the film. Madsen's in the film, which Michael Madsen, as everyone knows, any Quentin Tarantino film, just like Samuel L. Jackson, they have to make an appearance, one or the other. It must just be part of their contracts that anything Quentin does, they have to be in.
If you say, maybe.
And
I think he just loves those actors and they love him.
I think they just work well together. You don't see them in anything else, as in Madsen, but you see Nick Fury in a lot of stuff now. And then you get this beautiful shot where you've got him, as in Kurt Russell, and you get to see each one of the other bounty hunters all turn up. So you know something's going to happen, and it's all set in this kind of the lodge or cabin or something.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see too much actual tension, but I'm guessing if it's going down traditional Western routes, it's definitely going to have a lot of tension between them. You know, they've all got their guns, obviously. Probably most of them can handle them pretty well.
Yeah, being bounty hunters and obviously bringing people back alive or dead, they must know how to handle themselves. So I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of big skirmish. If it's anything like Django Unchained, this is going to be another great Western. So and we've got these characters and they're kind of confined to a room, so it's not like run around everywhere and they won't see each other and they'll just fall off a cliff or something. It's actually restricted to a certain area, which is quite cool, because it means they can't get away from each other. So things got to happen. Things got to happen quick, and you can't run away.
It's gonna be good.
So I'm looking forward to it. And then as they talk about, I think everybody wants the bounty. That's what I get from the trailer. Kurt Russell obviously has brought the bounty in, and they're all gonna kind of like all Hateful Eight bounty hunters all want a piece of that pie.
And the person that they're bringing in, the girl, there's a shot where she's like, yeah, I'm going to be hung. So she seems quite happy to be with Kurt Russell for whatever reason, being taken to be hung. So I don't know, maybe she'll be holding some sort of allegiance to him, which will stop the others being able to just take her for themselves.
Maybe.
Obviously she's chained to him as well.
The other thing is she's obviously done something to be accused or to be wanted dead or alive. So she might be able to handle herself. We don't know yet. So
she's the ninth one.
The kind of like the twist ending, kind of like she's the one behind it all, and she brings down all of them. It has the kind of look about The Thing. If anyone's seen John Carpenter's classic The Thing, revisit that. And the way it seems, it's in an isolated location in the snow. Kurt Russell's there and a team of explorers, and they're trying to work out who the Thing is. And this kind of like, first thing I thought was The Thing, and then is it going to be like that where we're trying to work out who's done it or who's done what?
I mean, Tarantino he's such a big film fan. You know, his history is that he worked in a video store for a long time before he moved into actually making the movies he loves. So most of his movies come from other movies, you know, done in a really good and fresh way, but with roots in something that he's seen before. So yeah, it definitely could be just like The Thing. It could be anything, but that's a good bet. So
and then there's during the trailer there's loads more scenes of kind of like in and out of the lodge. You've got the chase on the carriage. You've got bits where Samuel L. Jackson's got two guns in his hand, the famous John Woo kind of look about him. So he's going to be a bit badass as well, I think. Pretty much all of them look like they can definitely going to be fighting, and they'll be able to kind of hold their own. And I think Samuel's, because like from Django and kind of his older films, especially Pulp Fiction, you think he's going to have some of the best one-liners in the film. Just get that feeling about him. The way he smiled in the trailer as well, like he's cracking a joke. He just looks like he's having a great time. So it's just for him alone, it's going to be a great film.
Definitely, and Tarantino's, all of his movies, there's a lot of good conversation going on. So, you know, there's a lot to look forward to in terms of dialogue. It's not like your typical blockbuster with very shallow lines. There's a lot of talking and stuff. And I'm really looking forward to this. Basically, this is his second outing into westerns.
Yes, it is.
So,
Yeah.
really good. It's really been, for me, I've been really happy for the revival of the sort of western in what he's doing, because it's really a great area to be making films in, really, because it's just you've got so much good excuses for violence and just a really crazy side of society that you don't get to see much of, and it gives a great sort of playground for just doing whatever you want, that sort of thing. So
And
definitely Tarantino in his element with this
definitely,
stuff.
yeah. And we don't really see many spaghetti westerns nowadays. So to bring back that genre,
yeah.
and to obviously, like with Django Unchained, to turn into a huge blockbuster. Credit where credit's due. That's just not heard of. No one would invest that kind of money on something like this.
Yeah, because people have shied away from it for a long time, I think, especially when it started going into sort of the musical genre, and it started to become a bit cheesy to do westerns. But now it's not cheesy again, which is great, because so anyone can take to it and take it seriously and do something good with it. And Tarantino saw it and he did it, so it's brilliant. Thank you, Tarantino.
And he's made it cool.
Of course, again. I love all his movies. Yes, he makes everything cool.
Protect the stash.
Can you think of a Tarantino that you don't like?
Hey, yeah. There is that one.
Jackie Brown.
Well, see, Jackie Brown's kind of half and half. Jackie Brown, and the other one was the one he did with Robert Rodriguez, the Planet Terror, and he did Death Proof. I wasn't a big fan of those two. The rest, I've absolutely loved everything he's done. I've loved, but those two, just because it was him, I don't know. I just went in expecting more for both of them. Jackie Brown was good, but it wasn't as good as like Pulp Fiction, because he'd just come off something as great as that. I think that's the problem.
I like Jackie Brown these days, but when it first came out, it was a bit weak compared to the other two that preceded them. But now I sort of like it as a film. Planet Terror, I don't mind so much. Death Proof, I don't mind so much, because it's deliberately, it's supposed to be not that good. It's supposed to be a homage to B movies, so I'm not.
And he had Kurt Russell in, so. And
I don't think it was supposed to be too big.
No, I think it was. I think it was done kind of intentionally in a particular way. So, but yeah, there would be my 2 weak Tarantino films, if there is such a thing to say. I think quick spoiler alert. I've read somewhere that Channing Tatum's making an appearance in the film as well. So I'm a big fan of Tarantino. So if he's going to put all these characters in there, I'm really looking forward to this. Christmas Day release, so not long to go now for the film to come out, and the trailer is exciting. They don't want to give away too much, which is what I like about the trailer. It's quite there's enough to show you how beautiful it'll look, but not too much to give away a lot of the kind of like key points and stuff.
I mean, I definitely got a feeling from the trailer it's going to be a big movie. It's in the West, which is brilliant. It's going to be a big movie, so it's not another Death Proof or Jackie Brown. It's definitely going to be a big one to look forward to. So, might be his crowning achievement, this one. We'll see.
Henna.
So
that's our kind of first look at the Quentin Tarantino teaser.
The Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, which we can't wait for. We're really excited for this one. So
or
as soon as that, we will be kind of reviewing the film, kind of like taking it apart and how much we loved it.
I'll find some really loads of negative points.
If there is such a thing. But
no, I'm gonna love it.